Hey guys, Mon here from the ATP Wealth Podcast, where we develop your ability to produce wealth. And today, this is part 2 of my 2-part series of me learning how to do our monthly budget as a mid-30s dad and husband. In the first part, or like part 1, I already explained the context and the reason and the principles behind why it's like this now, the story behind it, and etc. If you want to hear about why it is like this, then check out the first video first. I'll display the link somewhere in the screen, and I'll also put it in the description below. But if you already watched that video and you want to learn what the 6 funds for us are, then let's get right into it. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the 6 fund containers. The first one for us is the monthly advance budget fund. So dati, meron pa kami sa point na parang halos di pa talaga, kulang talaga yung money, no? Parang maubos-ubos talaga parati, and then you're waiting for the next paycheck. And then you work from that. The moment the paycheck comes in, whoosh, it's all gone. But we've come to that point wherein, para ba kung nag-rent ka ng bahay, di ba? You advance 2 months, 1 month or 2 months deposit, and then 1 month advance. So, ganun na din yung pag-budget for the monthly household needs. Na, okay, let's say, you will know how much you need every month if you observe like in the span of 3 to 6 months kung ano yung mga recurring nyo na mga gasto. And you will already know that. And if you can come to a point where you can save enough money na you can fund the next month in advance. Basically, put money in an account. Let's say it's 30K or let's say 50K, 100K, depending on the size of your family and your income capacity. No? So parang ma-fund mo na yun siya in advance without needing to wait for your next paycheck. Basically, your next paycheck funds the month, the next month, the following month. So that's the purpose of the first fund that we have. It's a monthly household advance fund that I put in BDO kasi so far BDO has all the facilities na nakaka-help sa akin to do this. All the bills payment providers that I need are already there, and wala siyang biller fees if I use BDO bills payment. So it just feels like it's advantageous for me. Medyo may bias na din ako kasi yung payroll ko is BDO. But the important thing here, guys, is you need to separate your payroll from your household management fund. They need to have separate containers. You want that to be separate from your payroll, so hindi ka ma-confuse. So alam mo na okay, we saved a bit of money because there's meron pang natira dun sa household fund namin this month. So I can take that money out or just fund it, yung ilan lang yung kulang, but you can add some money to your investment accounts and all the other funds that you have nominated. And so that's the first fund that we use. You have the rent, all bills, utilities, kuryente, tubig, internet, groceries, gasoline. Para if you have a vehicle, then you need gasoline. If not, then pang grab or pang taxi, pang commute. It's all part of the household management fund, and all those other household expenses like petty cash, no, for buying some fruits maybe or vegetables dun sa talipapa, ganyan, no, or sa ano bang term yan? Talipapa. The local market, the farmer's market. So that's how the monthly advance budget fund works for us. Fund number 2 is the Comfort and Joy Fund. So sa pangalan pa lang, it's designed to help us with our creature comforts and anything that creates or sparks joy in our life. It would be maybe perhaps books, new clothing if we need it, funding travel, local, and hopefully someday international travel as well. So bakit kami gumawa ng Comfort and Joy Fund? It's because we want to create life experiences basically for myself, for my wife, our son, our family, our little family na beyond the household maintenance, we want to create a joyful life. And that's something that we identified together na gusto namin na i-fund siya. So, we have a set amount every month that we put in that Comfort and Joy Fund. We also have a credit card associated to it. So, So we use the credit card. It's actually nasa wife ko yung credit card. So yun naman sa akin yung household management fund, sa kanya yung comfort and joy fund. Tapos the credit card, doon sa bank account na yun, yung pera doon pumapasok, binabayad lang doon sa credit card. So that's kind of like the cycle, and we get the points out of the credit card. Of course, I would advocate for responsible credit card use. Do not overspend with your credit card. Pay your monthly dues in full. Do not pay the minimum. Stuff like that. Perhaps you do not know, or you would know already. Anyway, dati, alam nyo, yung Comfort and Joy Fund namin, we started with just 1K each. 1K for me and 1K for my wife every month. Yan lang yung allocated na parang spend it as whatever you like na item na without question you can just enjoy it. It has increased considerably. Hindi na siya ganun na pero alam nyo guys, yung parang lang din siya ba? What's the term? Modest and enough. That's the right word I'm looking for. Enough for us to enjoy and to create those memories na hindi na talaga natin, 'di ba? Parang yun naman talaga to me, at least to me, the things that you want to create in life are those memories, those good memories with your loved ones. So, yun yung purpose ng Comfort and Joy na fund. Alright, fund number 3 is the Peace of Mind Fund, aka the Emergency Fund. However you would like to call it, no, it accomplishes the same purpose. It's just that to me, it informs me that this is what the fund does for me. It creates peace of mind for me. So, what it's supposed to do is if there are circumstances, emergency circumstances that require a bit larger na fund or like monetary output, your car breaking down, job loss, or any serious medical needs, no? So there is a fund for that, and this is what I call, or well, I actually got the idea from Mel Abraham. He's a finance teacher from the US. And I just listened to his podcast and I liked the idea. So I picked it up myself. I called it emergency fund before, but now I just refer to it as a peace of mind fund. And how to quantify it? Typically, that would be 6 to 12 months worth of your either expenses or income. It's up to you. You decide. But that would suffice as your peace of mind fund. And we're currently using GoTime to be the container for that one. We're not there yet in terms of if we could like complete the amount for like the 6 to 12 months na but we are trying, no? We're slowly getting there. So at least na-identify na namin, okay, that's another fund that we need just to kind of take care of everything as a family. Fund number 4 is our son's education fund. Typically, it's 3 to 5 years worth of annual fees. Depende kung saan nagsuschool the kids, no? So how many kids you have and where they're going to school, where you want to send them to college. Iba na naman yung college, no? Maybe you can get an insurance policy for that. Mas maganda kasi insurance policy if medyo long term yung need. Pero kung short term, like the next few years, then you can just put it in a high yield savings account such as GoTime, CBank, Own Bank. These are the ones that I like using right now. So that's number 4 for us, the education fund. For our son, fund number 5 is the car fund. Merong car emergency, so the car broke down. It's a bit of a car maintenance thing. Sa katanda na lang talaga nung kotse. It just broke down. It needed a bit of an overhaul. But that's okay. Comparing how many years it has served our family, it's the repair is small compared to that, no, and the benefit and the service that we've been getting out of it. So, pero yun, na-realize ko na important yung car fund for maintaining your present vehicle. And then, when the time comes that you do need to buy a vehicle, you can buy it. And I'm not sure what approach you would like. You can go buy brand new and finance it. You can also go second hand, and you can also buy it in cash. Ultimately, di ba, ang pinakamaganda talaga, ang pinaka-advantageous talaga is if you can buy it in cash. Kasi wala ka ng burden ng monthly payments. Pero sometimes, that's not the reality. So, you need to finance it. Pero just a warning na malaki ang interest ng financing sa pagbili ng kotse. So, you have to weigh these things. Can you make the car make more money? Or is it worth getting secondhand? You have to think about these things and ultimately make the decision for yourself. One guiding principle that's good to keep in mind is anything that costs you your financial peace of mind is too expensive. And finally, the sixth fund for us is the Financial Freedom Fund, wherein actually it's for funding business and other investments. Like, we just need some capital for perhaps some real estate purchases in the future, or if we see anything. But usually I just put it in UITFs and stocks and things that would appreciate in value long term. Not real estate right now, REITs, and just getting a feel of the real estate market, just understanding it. UITFs are a great way to start out. And I'll create a video about that later perhaps, but they're a good starting point for paper investments, paper assets. I think obviously for financial freedom, the ultimate milestone would be the annual growth of the fund already covers all your annual expenses. At that point, you can say, yeah, if I need to rest for 1 year, my investments will cover it. I would not advocate for not working ever again in your life. I mean, kasi ang na-observe ko lang is if you stop working on the things that you love working on, or the things that spark joy in your life, it tends to have undesirable consequences. Ewan ko lang, yun ang na-observe ko. I'm not there yet, but to me, I guess the desire is to be able to work on projects that I love and I'm passionate about, thinking about contributing to the world and things like that. Yun naman yung parang, kasi that's the next thing, right? Like if you're thinking about financial freedom, what's next? Like what do you do with that freedom? Anyway, that's fund number 6 for us. That's another important thing that we want to create in our life. And so guys, I revealed to you the 6 funds or the 6 money containers that we are using and developing in our life right now in this season of life. It's up to you what you need to create, but the principles remain true. The specificity of purpose and the containers, you can always use that whatever season of life you're in. So I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you found like a good idea or two from this one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. It's been my pleasure. If you have any ideas or questions, then just let me know in the comments below. And I'll be glad to, continue the conversation with you. So thanks so much, guys. This has been Mon for the ATP Wealth Podcast, where we develop your ability to produce wealth. And I'll see you in the next video.